Shalom Aleichem. We are starting a new topic, Hilchot Birkot HaShachar, the laws of blessings in the morning, Ushar Barachot, and other blessings. Siman Mem Vav, 46. Dinei Birkat HaShachar, the morning blessings. Kesheyeor Mishnato, when the person wakes up, Yomar, he should say, Elokai Neshama. He should say the blessing that starts with the words Elokai Neshama. And of course, it doesn't start with Baruch Atah because it follows right after Asher Yatzar. It doesn't mention the Baracha of Asher Yatzar because that depends on whether you go to the bathroom or not. But since usually we do go to the bathroom, we say Asher Yatzar first and then Elokai Neshama. The Mishna Berura says that since we are not allowed to benefit from the world without thanking Hashem first, that is why when we wake up, we have to first say thank you Hashem for my body, Asher Yatzar. Thank you Hashem for my neshama, Elokai neshama shenatata. And then we continue thanking Hashem for all the benefits. We want to use our eyes, we say Pokeh Hevrim. We want to rise up, we have to say Zokef Kafufim. And so on and so forth. As we go through all the benefits that we start to recognize, we say thank you Hashem for every part of my body, my world, my clothing, and so on. Now, the Mishnah Berura says that even though Shulchan Aruch says when you wake up, doesn't mean when you wake up in the middle of the night. It means when you finally get up in the morning. But if a person wakes up to go to the bathroom, he just says Asher Yatzar afterwards, but he doesn't say Elokai Neshama. Elokai Neshama is only once in the morning when he is finally up. Kesheyishma kol hatarnegol, when a person hears roosters crow. Yevarech, he should say Hanoten lasechvi vina, the blessing that starts with Baruch Atah, but it finishes with the one that gives wisdom to the rooster. And the Mishnah Berura in Seif Daled says, what is this interesting word, Sechvi? The word Sechvi is our mind. And it's called Sechvi in Torah because there's a verse, or minatan lesechvi vina, who gives the mind understanding. However, he says there is another meaning for the word sechvi, and that is a rooster, because he says in Arabic the name for rooster is sechvi, and that is why we use this word, because the rooster has a similar quality. The rooster, out of all birds, recognizes the first light of dawn and benefits us as well by screaming out, "It's the morning." Now, the Mishnah Berura also points out that when you say Elokai Neshama, you should not say, like I just said, Elokai Neshama, because people might think that what you're saying is that my God is my soul, which is wrong. Rather, you should pause between the word Elokai and Neshama. You should say Elokai, my God. Neshama shenatata bi tahora. And by making that pause, it will be clear as to the meaning of your words. Now, Shulchan Aruch continues. Kishelovesh, when you get dressed, Yivarech Malbish Arumim, you say, the one that clothes the naked. And Mishnah Berura points out that it doesn't mean that you were sleeping naked, but even though you had underwear, when you put your outer garments, you can say this blessing. Now, the Mishnah Berura in the introduction also says that there is a, it's actually Mishnah Berura in Seif Het, the Mechaber Shulchan Aruch will point out that these blessings were established for the pleasures, for the benefits that the person gets every day. However, Rama will argue that these blessings are not only for people, but for needs of the entire world. Now, the question that arises is, what if this particular person doesn't use that doesn't use that benefit that day? For example, on Tisha B'Av, we don't wear leather shoes, or some people don't wear any shoes, or on Yom Kippur, some people don't wear shoes. So if you're not wearing leather shoes or any shoes, should you still say the blessing for shoes, She'asa li kor tzorki, or not? Or a person who is blind, should he say Pokeach Ivrim or not? According to one opinion, since he is not benefiting, he shouldn't say those blessings. According to another opinion, since we're thanking Hashem for creating this benefit for most people, even the person who himself is not benefiting should still recite those blessings. Now, the Shulchan Aruch continues, when you put your hands over your eyes, you say, Hashem, thank you for opening the eyes of the blind. And Mishnah Berura points out that we cannot do it straight with our hands, because there is a prohibition of touching your eyes before washing your hands. It may cause blindness, chas v'shalom. So he says, use a blanket or use a towel or your shirt, and then when you touch your eyes, you say, Hashem, thank you for creating eyes. And Shulchan Aruch continues, Kisheyeshev, when the person sits on his bed, Yevarech Matira Surim, he should say, Hashem, you are the one who releases the prisoners. Because when we sleep, we cannot move. Our movement in our body is disconnected, so that we don't hurt ourselves or others. And therefore, when we wake up and we can now move our body, we say, Hashem, thank you for allowing us not to be paralyzed anymore. And when he stands up, he says, Hashem, thank you for straightening those that were bent. When we were sleeping on our side, we were bent. When we were sitting, our body is bent. When we finally get up on 2 feet, we say, Hashem, thank you for straightening the crooked. And when you are actually standing on the ground, you should also say, Roka haaretz al hamayim. Hashem, thank you for making the ground flat and strong. This concludes this page of Mishnah Berura. Thank you for joining. All the best. May we all deserve many blessings and enjoy many blessings from Hashem.